शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Namaste. Now we will see the meanings of Shri Vishnu Sahasranama based on Shri Shaankara Bhaashya for verse 87. First, we will see the verse kumudaḥ, kundaraḥ, kundaḥ, parjanyaḥ, pāvano nilaḥ, amṛtāśo amṛtavapuḥ, sarvajñaḥ, sarvatomukhaḥ. The namas herein are kumudaḥ, kundaraḥ, kundaḥ, parjanyaḥ, pāvanaḥ, anilaḥ, amṛtāśaḥ, amṛtavapuḥ, sarvajñaḥ, sarvatomukhaḥ. There are 10 namas herein. We will see the meanings of each of these one by one. The first nama is kumudaḥ. Kum dharanim bharāvataranam kurvan modayatiti kumudaḥ. The one who pleases the earth by reducing her burden. So ku and muda are the two components for this interpretation. We see ku refers to bhumi, the earth, and modayati, muda. So the one who pleases. So the one who pleases the earth, he is kumuda. So how does he please the earth, Bhagavan Narayana? He pleases the earth by reducing her burden. Bharāvataranam kurvan. So the various negative forces, they are but a burden on the earth, and they also cause a lot of chaos and problem, and also to the order of the society or the entire earth. So such entities are burden on the earth, and by the various avatara leelas, Bhagavan Narayana removes those burdens on the earth and pleases Mother Earth, and thus he is celebrated by this nama kumudaḥ. The next nama is kundaraḥ. There are a couple of interpretations. We'll see the first one. Kunda pushpa tulyani shuddhani phalani rati dadati lati adatte itiva kundaraḥ. The one who gives pure, pleasing results similar to that of the jasmine, or the one who accepts the fruits given out of clean deeds. So here we see kunda and ra are the two components. So kunda refers to the kunda pushpa. Kunda pushpa is jasmine flower. So they are pure white, and hence they indicate purity, and purity is also an indication of pleasantness. So the rati is gives. So Bhagavan rati dadati, gives. How does the Bhagavan give? What does the Bhagavan give? The Bhagavan gives results. Phalani, actions are done by us, and the results are granted by Bhagavan. How are those results that are given by Bhagavan? They are as pure as the actions that we do. So all the pure results that we receive from Bhagavan are as pure as our actions, and also as it is a gift from Bhagavan, they are always pure and pleasing. So Kundara, the one who gives pure and pleasing results for pure and pleasing actions done by the devotees, or Kundara, in the place of Ra, La can also be taken, because in Sanskrita, Ralayor Abhedaha, Ra and La are interchangeable. So Acharya says in place of Rati, Lati can also be taken, that verb can also be seen, which means rati is to give, lati is adatte to accept. So Bhagavan lati accepts. What kind of fruits does he accept, or what kind of offerings which is represented by the fruit does he accept? Kunda pushpa tulyani shuddhani. So Bhagavan accepts only those offerings which are done, which are pure like jasmine. So Bhagavan accepts only such offerings which are done, or which have emerged, or which have been procured to offer to Bhagavan by pure actions only. So punya karmani, Bhagavan accepts punya karmani, or actions that are done with pure intentions. So our offering may be simple. The idea intended to be conveyed by this interpretation is our offering may be simple, but the intention or the effort in procuring the offering for Bhagavan should be pure. And the ways and means in which we have procured the offering that we are giving to Bhagavan should also be pure. So in that sense, kundaraḥ has so many subtle ideas. Kunda pushpavat shuddhani phalani rati dadati lati adatte iti kundaraḥ. So in one interpretation itself, we see so many shades of meanings being conveyed by Acharya. Then the second interpretation, kum dharam dharayamasa hiranyaksha varaham rupamastaya itiva kundaraḥ. So the meaning of this is assuming the form of a boar, the one who plowed into the earth desirous of killing Hiranyaksha. So this in the second interpretation we see kum and dara. Dara means plowing in or tearing apart. Tearing what? Kum, the earth, dharam. So Bhagavan tore apart or plowed into the earth to the nether worlds to get to Hiranyaksha and to kill him. So Hiranyaksha was hiding in the nether worlds beneath the earth. So to reach him, Bhagavan tore apart the earth and went beneath to the nether worlds in the form. So to this he assumed a varaha rupa, varaham rupamastaya. So he assumed a boar, wild boar's form, and he tore into or plowed into the earth to get to Hiranyaksha, to decimate him and to establish dharma. So that Varaha avatar is also a possible interpretation for this term kundara, as has been suggested by Acharya in the second interpretation. The third naama is kundaḥ. There are a few interpretations herein. We will see them one by one. Kundopama sundarangatvat swachhataya spatika nirmalaha kundaḥ. The one who has beautiful crystal-like pure limbs like that of the kunda flower. Kunda is a flower, and jasmine flower. Jasmine is known for its beauty and pure white color that it represents. So Bhagavan, the Sundaranga, is compared to the jasmine flower, which is so beautiful and so pleasing, and swachhataya spatika nirmalaha, and he is blemishless, nirmalaha, and swacha, and sparkles like a crystal. So those ideas, the beauty of the form of Bhagavan is compared to the kunda flower, so that one can meditate upon this pleasing, beautiful form of the Lord Bhagavan Narayana. The second interpretation is kum prithvim kashyapaya adaditiva kundaḥ. the one who gave the earth to Kashyapa. So Ku and the are the two components here. Ku is Prithvi, the refers to Adat, the one who gave. So Bhagavan Narayana gave Prithvi to sage Kashyapa. So that is seen in the Harivamsha Purana also. Acharya quotes Harivamsha Purana, Marichaya dadau pritaha Kashyapaya vasundharam. Sage Kashyapa was given the earth. So Kashyapa is also one of the Prajapatis. So for furtherance of activity on the earth, so earth was entrusted to sage Kashyapa. So that is an interpretation that is possible for this naama kundaḥ. The third interpretation, kum prithvim dyati khandayati tiva kundaḥ kushabdena prithvishwaraha lakshyante. The one who cuts the earth, ku. The word ku here has to be understood to denote the kings. We see here that the one who cuts the earth, kum dhyati iti kundaḥ. So in his Parashurama avatara, we see Lord Parashurama cutting asunder so many kshatriyas. Nihikshatriya yaschakara medini anekasho bahuvanam tathachinat kartaviryasya. So commencing from Kartavirya Arjuna, so many kshatriyas who were in the negative path, who moved away from their responsibility of protecting and governing the earth properly. So all those kings who represented a earth, so they were cut asunder, they were punished by Parashurama, and hence that Parashurama avatara can also be taken to be conveyed by this naama kundaḥ. So kundaḥ is the one who is beautiful. Kundaḥ is the one to manage the sthiti of earth, the one who gave Prithvi to Kashyapa, and kundaḥ also means the one who punished or killed or cut asunder the kings of the earth in the form of Parashurama. So these three meanings are possible. These three interpretations have been given by Acharya. The next nama is parjanyaḥ. There are a couple of interpretations here. Parjanyavad adhyatmikadi tapatrayam shamayati. Like the rains, the one who pacifies the threefold sufferings like adhyatmika, etc. So parjanya refers to the rains. So when it rains, it pacifies. The parched earth is pacified by the cool waters that come down from the heavens. So similarly, like the rains, the one who pacifies. What does he pacify? What does the grace of Bhagavan pacify? It pacifies the tapatraya, the threefold sufferings. Adhyatmika, Adhidaivika, and Adhibhautika sufferings. Adhyatmika refers to various illnesses of the body and the mind, and Adhidaivika, the sufferings due to the various forces of the nature, and Adhibhautika sufferings are due to the various fellow beings, the sufferings caused by the various fellow beings. The one whose grace helps in pacifying these threefold sufferings, just like the downpour pacifies the earth, similarly he is one such pacifier, the one who gives peace, respite from suffering. Hence he is parjanya. The second interpretation, sarvan kaman abhivarshati iti va parjanyaḥ, or the one who showers all the desires. So parjanya, it does pacify, and parjanya also showers, is an indication of showering. So Bhagavan, like parjanya, showers all our desires. As he showers and pacifies the sufferings by his cool grace, his very shower reminds us of all the great benefits that we have received in our life, all the happiness and pleasures that we enjoyed, or because of the showering of grace of Bhagavan. And hence, so that is also indicated by the naama parjanya. The next naama is pāvanaḥ. Smrtimatrena punatiti pāvanaḥ. The one who purifies on being merely remembered is pāvanaḥ. So punatiti pāvanaḥ, the one who purifies. So there are various ways in which the Bhagavan can be invoked. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Smaranam, Padasevanam. So in so many ways, the Bhagavan can be invoked. One simple, basic way is just remembering the name of Bhagavan. So by just remembering the name of the Bhagavan, that itself pleases him, and he pacifies our sufferings and purifies us, and hence he is pāvanaḥ. The sixth nama is anilaḥ. There are a few interpretations herein. We will see them one by one. Ilati preranam karoti iti ilaḥ tadrahitatvat anilaḥ. The one who inspires is ila. The one who is bereft of it is anilaḥ. So the one who does not inspire, that is the meaning of the word anila. Does the Bhagavan not inspire us? As in being present in the Surya Mandala, Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat, does he not inspire us in the form of Surya? To this, we have to state in the absolute sense as the Shuddha Chaitanya Satchidananda Swarupa. It is Nishkriya, Niranjana and Nishkala. So without any change, without any modification, Paramatman is Kutastha, Nitya, changeless. So that changelessness is indicated by this. Preranam again is an activity. So maybe in the relative sense, as in his Ishvara Swarupa and various manifestations as various divinities, he may seem as if he is inspiring, but in the true sense, he is Nishkriya, Shuddha, Nischala and Niranjana. That Niranjana Swarupa is indicated by this first nama, the changeless one. So that concept or that aspect of Paramatman or that real nature of Paramatman is indicated by the first interpretation. The second interpretation is ilati swapiti ityajnaha ilaha tad viparitaha nitya prabuddha swarupatvad va. The one who sleeps is ila, the ignorant. Opposed to it, the one who is always in a state of awakening. So ila in the second instance means the one who sleeps. Ilaha. Who is the one who sleeps? It is the ajna, the ignorant. He sleeps without knowing his true nature. The mere awareness of oneself as the body mind senses is as good as sleeping. One is not awakened to the reality of his pure conscious nature. Whoever has not realized his or not looked into his pure conscious nature, he is still asleep. But Bhagavan Nitya Prabuddha Swarupa, he is in the form of always being in the state of his pure conscious nature, in the awareness of his pure conscious nature. He is always established and aware of his pure conscious nature, and hence he does not sleep. He is always awake to his true pure conscious nature, and hence he is not anila, the one who is awakened and the one who is always established in his pure conscious nature. Athava, the third interpretation, agahanaha anilaḥ bhaktebhyaha sulabhaha iti, the one who is not very deep, the one who is easily accessible to the devotees. So another possibility given by Acharya is agahana is anila, so the one who is not very deep. So means that which is very deep, for that one has to dig deeper and it is bit inaccessible. But from the point of view of bhaktas, the devotees who are endowed with pure bhakti shraddha, for them, by their various acts of devotion, he is easily accessible, be it offering patram pushpam phalam toyam, or be it merely remembering the name of the God. Whoever connects with Bhagavan in whichever way he is aware of, he is accessible to those devotees in their own way. So, ye yatha mam prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajamyaham. The Bhagavan is so accessible that according to the worship of the devotee, even though it may be very simple, he is still accessible. But one is required to have that shraddha and devotion and a Godward movement. If we have that Godward movement, then Bhagavan becomes easily accessible. So that idea is also possible through this naama anilaḥ in its third interpretation. The seventh naama is amṛtāśaḥ. There are a couple of interpretations here. We will see them one by one. Swatmamritam ashnati amṛtāśaḥ. The one who is blissfully established in consuming his own blissful nature. So just now we saw the interpretation previously also, in the second interpretation, where we saw the Bhagavan is Nitya Prabuddha Swarupa. He is always established, he is always aware and awake about his pure Satchidananda Swarupa. So that is the same idea is put in different words here. Amrita Asha means Ashnati. So the one who consumes Amrita, the nectar. What is the nectar that the Bhagavan consumes? His own pure conscious nature. Means he is absorbed in enjoying and experiencing his pure conscious Satchidananda Swarupa. That is indicated by the first interpretation. The second interpretation, Mathitam Amritam Suran Payayitva Swayanchashnati Tiva. So the one who shared the churned Amrita with the gods and he himself consumes. So in the Puranic connotation, we see that the Bhagavan assisted the gods in various ways in churning the great ocean and obtaining the Amrita, the nectar that would give immortality. So he shared that Amrita with all the gods and he himself partook the Amrita, and hence he is amṛtāśaḥ. The indication here is Bhagavan always assists us in all our noble endeavors and also partakes with us, enjoys with us, he shares with us the joy that the devotees attain on the deserving results that they attain. So that is the second interpretation. There is a third interpretation. Amrita anashwara phalatvad asha vancha asyetiva. The one whose desire, blessings, grants are abiding or eternal in nature. So Bhagavan, Asha means desire, or the blessings also. So the blessings of Bhagavan are eternal in nature, means the blessings of Bhagavan makes a person Dhruva. For example, we see in the story of Dhruva that the Bhagavan blessed the small child Dhruva, and he even now shines forth in the northern skies as Dhruva Nakshatra. That's one example as to how the blessings of Bhagavan is eternal. It is abiding in nature. The idea is the deeper, the greater is our devotion, and then the abiding will be the blessings of Bhagavan. So this also indicates that we have to develop our devotion deeper to get an abiding blessing of Bhagavan. So these three are the interpretations that we see for the nama amṛtāśaḥ. The eighth nama is amṛtavapuḥ. Mritam maranam tadrahitam vapurasyeti amṛtavapuḥ. The one whose form is immortal. Amrita and Vapu. Vapu is body and Amrita or form. Amrita is immortal. Yes, the Satchidananda Swarupa of Bhagavan is immortal. It is eternal, is without a beginning and without an end. The various incarnations of Bhagavan may have a beginning and may have an end, but the Satchidananda Swarupa of Bhagavan does not have a beginning, does not have an end, and it is eternal Satchidananda Swarupa. The ninth nama is sarvajñaḥ. Sarvam janati iti sarvajñaḥ. The one who knows everything. Acharya here quotes Yaha sarvajñaḥ sa sarvavit from Mundakopanishad. So the Bhagavan is sarvavyapi and also sarvajña. He cuts across the barriers of time, and he cuts across the limitations of knowledge also. He knows everything, and there is no limitation to the Bhagavan in terms of knowledge, in terms of time, in terms of space. That's why Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam Brahma. So the limitless, the repository of limitless knowledge. So that is portrayed through this nama sarvajñaḥ. The 10th nama is sarvatomukhaḥ. Sarvatokshishiromukam iti bhagavadvacanat sarvatomukhaḥ. He has eyes, heads, and faces in all directions. Based on the statement of the Lord himself, he is omniscient. So sarvataha and mukha are the two namas, two components of this nama. Sarvataha means in all directions. Mukha is face. So Acharya says, based on the quotation from the Bhagavad Gita, sarvataha akshi shiro mukham. Akshi is eyes, shiras is head, mukha is face. So Bhagavan faces each and every direction and subdirection. So he watches. He not only faces each and every direction, he watches each and every direction. He is omniscient. He watches within and he watches without in all beings, and hence nothing misses his gaze, and he knows everything. Actually, it is a continuation of the previous nama where Bhagavan was described as sarvajña. So having eyes and faces and heads turned in all directions, he is the Sakshi that knows everything that happens. And so with this awareness that Bhagavan is sarvatomukha, he has faces in heads turned in all directions, every Jivatman has to do his dharma or follow his duties and responsibilities in a sincere manner, and as has been stated in the Upanishad, bhayat tapati, bhayadasyagnis tapati, bhayat tapati surya. One should have that fear, or one should have that awareness that the Bhagavan is watching in all directions, and he watches each and every one of our action. With that awareness, we should stay in the path of dharma. That is what is indicated, or that is the intended meaning, it seems, from this naama sarvatomukhaḥ. Thus, with these 10 namas in verse 87, we have thus far seen 816 namas. Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishnarpanamastu.